It's your friend Steve, double hey. It's always when I don't know exactly what's going on. Sorry, it's been 2 weeks since my last confession. Well, my podcast. Um, so I've been just going through some. I had a voice like I vape. Oh, weird. So it's like been really fucking my voice up, and I talk a lot. So sorry, this is probably like 2 weeks since I did a podcast. But anyway, hope everyone's mental health is doing fantastic. I am doing all right. I'm all right. You could see I had a little popcorn. Don't mind me. It's a little beard. Gross. I'm not a good person, am I? But anyway, I'm not well. Ugh. I'm just in this zone where it's like every day is the same, bruh. Every day's the same. But I like talking to you guys, so um plus I just want to find someone. I'm getting like to the point where it's like, dude, I'm lonely. I'm just lonely all the time now. This isn't depressing. It's a little depressing. But life's depressing. Anyway, so last Friday I am walking around my local establishment, um, doing my thing. And this lady comes up to me and she goes, "Have you seen my son?" And I was like, "Oh God, I've been watching Jeffrey Dahmer." I was like, "Oh God, someone has drugged her son and took him back to take pictures of his naked body and eat his penis." So I'm like, okay, that's a little horny. So I was like, okay, I'll help you find your son. So I like walked around and I finally found him. He was a young, strapping, young 22, 21 year old. 21 year old because it was his birthday. I was like, "Oh, your mom's looking for you." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then like the group he was in was like, "He's 21 years old. Can you give him some advice?" And I was like, "Why are you asking a stranger for advice?" But I said, "Fuck around on your 20s and don't panic because when you get to your 30s, you'll have plenty of time still. But, 20s are made for you wasting," which I didn't think was a great thing, but it's kind of what I did. And he's like, "Oh, okay." So I was like, "Okay, well, not great advice, but everyone loved it." And I was like, "Oh, I found your son. Here's your son." So she's like, "Oh my God, thank you so much." She's like, "Let me buy you a shot." I was like, "I'm kind of working." She's like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Well, she was hot." She's like, "You think I'm embarrassing my son?" And I was like, "Man, I really want to be like Stifler's mom. Your titties are all out." So kind of. But like for me, like your titties are out, so awesome. And she was like, "Oh, you know, let me buy you a shot." I was like, "Nah, I'm good." I was like, I'm not working on Sundays. Do you want to like, that's cool." Um, and she's like, "Oh no, my husband wouldn't like that very much." I was like, "Oh, well, yeah, I probably wouldn't like that either if I was your husband." And I look over, it's just like this old man, like staring at me, like it's like, "Ah." So that must be your husband. She's like, "Oh, yeah." I was like, "Anyway, well, you have a wonderful night. I'm gonna go do anything but this." And then she was like, "Oh yeah, I'll be thinking of you later." I was like, "Ma'am, calm down." I appreciate that though. I don't like. Sometimes I think I'm looking great, and then sometimes I don't feel like I'm looking great. And it's when I'm not looking great, like women want to hit on me. And this isn't like me being like, I'm so hot. Like, I'm not. I'm all right. I'm like a mid. I'm like a good solid five. I'm a five. But my personality is like also a five. And so I was like, whatever. I was like, cool, whatever. So then this girl runs up to me and she goes, "Steven, Steven." I was like, who the fuck is this? She was cute. And she's like, "You remember me?" I was like, "Oh yeah, of course I remember you." No idea. And she's like, "Oh, you were talking shit last Sunday?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, Sunday's my drinking day." Um, so I apologize. She's like, "No, you were funny." I was like, "Oh, thanks." And then she was like, "I'm Paige, by the way." Oh, Yeah, edit. I'm not gonna edit. Her name was Pelagio. Pelagio was what I said. And so I was like, oh, cool, whatever. Like, she's very cute. And then she was like, introduced me to her friend, and her friend was very attractive. And so I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, well, I'm talking here, but like, I'll find you in a little bit and we can have like a conversation. And she like scatters off, and my friend's like, whoa, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the fucking world today. I am, uh, I am doing well today. It must be a full moon, and it was a full moon. So anyway, I go back and I'm talking to Palagio and her friend Brigitte, um, beautiful Italian girls, and we're talking, and they're actually like both like fucking like smoking hot. One is not really my type, like she's cute, but like not my type, and the other one's like extremely my type, like a little bigger, not like huge, but like big titties, weakness. But anyway, both are very attractive, and I'm into the one I knew from Sunday, so I was like talking to her. But then I felt bad because I was like, she was like really into me, and I was like into her, and she was talking. And then she started talking about her ex, and I felt bad because Bajudo is very attractive. Um, but you can't hit on both of them at the same time, or can you? And you could be Steve and be an idiot that doesn't get any. But anyway, I felt bad because like Prosciutto was like talking about I was like, no, you're very pretty and very very pretty. And so I texted her, like they both like got my number, and I texted. I was like, really into the one, but the one I was really into was like still hooked up on her ex boyfriend, and Prosciutto was very attractive. So I texted Prosciutto like, hey, I got a little high. I got a little high, and I said, like I'm really into your friend, but like just so you know, like it's not because you're not. Because I felt like she was giving me vibes like no one finds her attractive, which should be a crime because she really is attractive. So I was like, hey, just so you know, like this is probably bad. I shouldn't do this, but like if I had like randomly met you at a bar and you weren't with her, I would have hit on you, like for sure. Like you're very attractive, just so you know, like because like I was paying attention to, Bajuto. No, what I call the other one? I don't know. This is I said her real name and now I feel bad. But don't worry, I'll fuck it up eventually. So anyway, I texted the other one and I said, you're very attractive. Like don't just because I'm trying to bang your friend, don't be upset. Like you're good. Thinking that was the right thing to do, but whatever. Um, the note of the story. The point of the story is I suck at women. I'm like a good friend to women, but the minute like I think I have a chance I can fuck a woman, like my whole brain shuts down and we're like the penis is like do 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 do. I'm running the show here. And then like my normal brain's like, oh no, like just treat them like human beings. Don't say things weird. Don't make things weird. And then my penis is like, send it. I don't send dick pics though. I don't. I find dick pics to be like, why ruin the show? I mean, like, even though like I love when a girl sends me a picture of her titties, like, hell yeah, I love to see the pictures of your titties, and I'll still like go to the movies and be like, oh, I just saw the trailer. I still want to watch the whole movie, but I feel like maybe women feel the same way about penises. I don't know, but I feel like I have a decent penis. Not to brag. It's really like average at best, I guess. But it's like not small though, which is perfect. Like as long as you don't have a small penis, like it's all good. So I don't know why I always have to like defend my penis. Like it doesn't matter if I have a small penis or a big penis. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not being used. Like I could have a fucking yacht in my pants. The yacht has not seen the ocean. Like does it matter? Like I have a little dinghy in my pants, a little or a yacht. Doesn't matter. It's not seeing the ocean and like it like remembers what the ocean kind is like, but it's not 100% sure what the ocean is. And the ocean being pussy. I don't know if you got that. I mean, it's a good analogy, and then you're like, I just want to make sure you remember. But anyway, I just have shitty luck with women. Yawny. Like, women say weird things to me, and then I just have, what am I supposed to say? Like, a woman told me I feel like I said this already, maybe I didn't. Like, she's come up to me multiple times, hammered, and like, she's like, I want to have your babies. I was like, oh, well, thank you. I mean, I would make wonderful babies. But then I go to her and I'm like, hey, you want to go get some dinner, some drinks? Oh, no, no, I'm good, blah, blah, blah. So, like, why even say that? Like, why even come and be like, tell everyone I know that you want to fuck me, and then it's not even like I'm just trying to fuck you. I was just like literally legit trying to like have a date or whatever. I think women like the idea of me, but then they're like, oh, nah, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. I'll pass. Um, I'm like that cake in the freezer. Like, you really shouldn't eat me, but I'm like nice to like look at. No, that's a bad analogy. Um, I don't know. I don't know what I am. I'm just a semi funny man on the internet who's like, I don't know. With like the dating's weird. Like, I just get bored with dating. Can I just like find a woman who finds me attractive that wants to have babies with me and just let's skip it. Let's go to cuddling and watching horror movies and tagging each other in memes. This whole dating shit sucks. Like, fucking, I hate the dating shit. But you don't find women like that. Women like to be courted. Women like the attention. Like, women want you to give them all the attention. Like, I have women that are like, oh yeah, I could see us being married. But then, like, you don't want to get to the first step. I don't get that. Like, why do you keep telling, like, why? I think women just like fucking with me. Because I give women good attention. Like, I'm not, like, a creepy dude. I don't think I'm the creepy, but whatever. I'm like I like to hype women up because I enjoy women. Actually, I think I'd rather have women friends than men friends because most of the time women just laugh at my jokes and their titties are nice to look at. So it's like, oh, I love having women friends. Dudes are fun too. I mean, certain dudes. I mean, a lot of dudes don't really have respect for fellow dudes. Like, if we had like a brotherhood, because if you ever like are a single dude and you're out in the bar and you're talking to people, like, dudes will like swarm the waters, like, you know, looking for the fresh pussy in the water. Like, there's sharks like that. Like, real friends are like, nah, nah, nah. We gotta hype our bro up and like give him a shot. And then if he fucks up, yeah, we can scoop in. Like, real bros do that. Like, fake bros are just like, oh no, I'm the only dude in the ocean. Fuck it. This other dude is like a beta male. Fuck him. That's not bro code. I don't know. That shit just bothers me. Because honestly, maybe it doesn't bother. I mean, it shouldn't bother me because I honestly like I don't want to compete. Like, if you don't want me, that's fine. I'm not everyone's cup of tea or whatever. Coffee. I'm not for everybody. Sleepcast 2021, 2022. Yeah. Yeah. About that time. But you know, it is what it is. To be fair, I just don't like. I want someone to want me. You know what I mean? Like, I like to put a little effort in, but if I have to like watch you all the time, like, are you gonna fuck other people? I don't really care. Like, you know what? I'm cool enough and good enough that I know you come home to me. That's fine. I don't know. Life is weird. Life is a flat circle. Whatever Matthew McConaughey told me. And they told me to buy a Buick. Anyway, I'm gonna call this one early because I feel like I'm just yawning too much. And I feel like I need a nap. But I wanted to talk to you guys. Tell you what's up. Hope you guys are feeling great. This is a short cast. I'm just gonna call it a short cast this time. Part 1, short cast. Because I feel like a podcast is like 20 minutes. And I don't feel like rambling for 20 minutes because you're not listening anymore. If you stopped listening after one thing. But I'm going to say this. Zanzibar. And if I ever make it the first person to say Zanzibar to me, they're getting some money. That's what I think. Anyway, peace and love. Let's drink to Stifler's mom. Apparently, she fucked a lot of dudes. So good for her. Also, let's not shame women. Fuck it. If women want to fuck, let them fuck. Stop shaming women. Let's drink to women. I love women. Y'all are queens. You'll stay toxic, though. Toxic as fuck. And men are toxic. We're all toxic. We're all swimming in the same toxic pool, and we're just pointing fingers who farted. Anyway, drinks to women, and as always, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart,